Hey everybody, I'm Joe from My Lightroom is a Mess, and let's learn Photoshop. Today we're going to take a look at changing the color of an object in Photoshop and some of the nuances that we might encounter when doing so. Let's jump into it. So here we are in Photoshop, and what we want to do is change the color of the car, just this one car, and just the reds in this one car. So how do we do that? We apply double masking concepts, which means we want to have a mask of the car, and then we want to edit the reds inside of that mask, and we do that through groups. So first we need a selection of the car. So we're going to have any intelligent selection tool active, and we're going to go to select subject. Now this is an imperfect selection, so I'm going to go through here with the quick selection tool, which finds edges, hold shift in order to add, click and drag, and if areas go a little bit too far, then I can hold alt or option in order to remove regions. And I just want to get all of this area and add all the parts that are the car and subtract the ones that are mistakes. So I'm going to take a second and go through and fix those. Okay, that feels pretty good. Now at this point I could just create any adjustment layer, and that adjustment layer will come in with the selection as its mask, and that would be absolutely fine. I'm actually going to save it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to select save selection, and I'll call this the car, and that's great. And hit Command or Control D. So I want to show you a way to do this edit that is going to have some problems. It's a little bit limited, and then I want to show you a more advanced way that has better results. So let's do the simple way first. I'm going to add in a Hue and Saturation adjustment layer, and that's great, but that's for everything. So I want this to affect only the car. But I don't want the car's mask to be the mask of the Hue and Saturation adjustment layer. Remember, we're working with intersection or double masking, which means this needs to be in a group. So hit Command or Control G. And now we've got the group come to channels, and the saved selection of the car is a mask in channels. So we're going to grab this, drag it to the group. We can rename this car, and now any edits in this group can only affect the car. But I want to do a Hue and Saturation adjustment, so come to this, look at its properties, grab the prominent colors here, and that's from the preset drop-down menu. I can just choose the reds. And at this point, I could just grab the hue and shift and start changing the color of the car. And for many of the colors, such as this maroon, it works fine. However, if I come to some other colors, it starts to break down. And we take a look and find it's just not working in these regions here. So what if instead of the selected prominent colors, I use the hand and I just make a selection? Well, if I do that, the same thing kind of tends to happen. I can't push this adjustment to any color that I want. It starts falling apart at certain regions. So one thing you could try to do in some circumstances is say, well, what if I expanded the range of what can be affected? And that certainly might work in some circumstances, but in this case, it's not actually really solving the problem to expand the range. What I really should have is a selection of the reds and have that be a mask for the Hue and Saturation adjustment layer. And that would be a more complex, but a more accurate way of working. So I'm actually going to just kind of reset this adjustment layer because this is really not working. So come back and reset that. And let's do this with a selection of the reds. Now, how would we do that? This is a good time for me to mention that I have started a new online academy called The Editing School. The Editing School is a community where we talk about editing every day. We have example edits every day. We share before and after. I have loads of recorded classes accessible to everybody who is a member on Lightroom and Photoshop. And we do live discussions and live hangouts 3 times a month to talk about editing in Lightroom and in Photoshop. I will leave a link to the Editing School in the description, and I hope to see you there. come back to the background layer and come up to Select Color Range. And now I can use the eye sampler to just click on the car, okay, and I get a sample. And that's going to be the reds, and that feels really, really good, okay? So let's actually make this into a mask. We're gonna press OK, and that is a selection. We're gonna save the selection. So select, save the selection. We'll call it reds. And now I can deselect, Command or Control D, come to channels, and reds is right here, drag it onto the Hue and Saturation adjustment layer. But let's look at it, because it has some flaws. If we take a look at this, remember, white is the area that will be 100% affected, black is the area that will not be. And there are some regions here that I would like to have be more affected by the color change, okay? And for them to be more affected by the color change, they should be brighter in the mask. Regions that I don't want affected should get darker. So let's take a look at the writing of Plymouth. Notice how this is more gray than pure black, meaning it would change in color a little bit, but I actually don't want it to change almost at all. And so what I want out of this mask, actually, if we think about it, is for the bright areas of the mask to be brighter, in other words, the areas that are red to be more affected by a color change, and then the areas that are dark, that should not be affected by a color change, to be darker, in other words, less affected. Bright areas getting brighter, dark areas getting darker. That sounds like contrast to me. So what if we could apply contrast to a mask? And you can. This is the reason that if we come up to image adjustments, you have adjustment layers in here. These are not for editing pixel layers. These are for editing masks. They're not used in regular editing because they are destructive. They don't provide an adjustment layer. You can't change their values later. So we don't use them in regular editing, but they are amazing for editing masks. So with the mask selected, choose curves. And now I'm going to brighten the bright areas, darken the dark areas, and I can do it asymmetrically. And if I do so, I get a car that has the bright areas being brighter, the dark areas being darker. Exactly what I want. So now, if I come to the properties of the Hue and Saturation adjustment layer, I can colorize. I couldn't do this before without this mask, because if I did, it would affect the windows and the tires, but now I can. So I can hit colorize, and now I can choose any color under the rainbow to choose, all right, which is great. And if I take a look without this, all the areas like there and there that look a little bit strange are actually part of the original, okay? So I can come to any color I want and change the color of this car. One thing to point out, if you drop your saturation when you're changing the color of an object, you usually make it more realistic. Really highly saturated colors don't look realistic in color replacement, all right? But something about like there does. So now I can really make this car whatever I want. That's what I've got for you today. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.